Okay. Starting. I think we're live, guys. Yeah, we are live. Let's just go to Facebook and let's just see if I'm live on Facebook. Get this show on the road. Just coming at you with a different time today. So we should be live. If you can hear me, just say, I can hear you. Hello. Where are you from? Tell me where you're from, or you can hear me, or what are you doing today? Just so I know that I'm not talking to and no one's hearing me. So it's got a couple of things I want to talk about today, which may interest you, which may not interest you, but of course, if it doesn't interest you, you can always tune out. So you should be able to hear me. Hang on, let me go to Facebook. We've got a few people watching, but I can't hear any. Can you guys hear me? Testing 1 2 3. You should be able to hear me. So how's everyone going today? Hope you're having a good day. Okay, you can hear me. Awesome. I'll try to get this mic up to my mouth. Okay, awesome. So there's a couple things I want to talk about today. This one here is the first thing. Well, this would be one of the things I'm talking about. It's called a digibox. All right. It's a digibox. Sorry, digital. I don't even know the freaking name. Digital bitbox. All right. Digital bitbox. I think it costs about 50 or 70 bucks. All right, and this is for your ERC20 tokens. I'll explain this in a second. What it is, what it does. All right, just an alternative to a Trezor or a Ledger. You get these cool little stickers. You get it in this box here. Comes in this kind of wrapper thingy bob, and you get it in this cardboard kind of thing, recycling thing here. Maybe that they were trying to save on paper. Who knows? Whatever. All right. Let's talk about that in a second. You get a couple of these little stickers, Bitcoin sticker, and that one there. Maybe it's not so good to advertise that you've got this stuff, but anyway. So what I want to talk about is the difference between mining and the difference between cloud mining and having your own machines. Because, you know, even though I made a post today that I just reached 100,000 in Bitcoin mining payout. This is real payout, right? Not rev share numbers on the screen payout. You know, this is money that has been paid out into my Bitcoin wallet. There's a with the Bitcoin contract, 100 grand there, plus there's Ethereum, Litecoin, Dash, Zcash, which I haven't included in that. It's not as much, but you know. And I haven't included the referral commissions as well, because I've raised, I don't know, I can't remember how much I've referred people that use my coupon code. I think it's about 350,000 in commissions as well. So there's commissions on top of that. But anyway, so everyone's raving about, oh, by the way, I've got this, I don't know what it is, Danish, it's some type of Danish. Went to the bakery, mate. The bakeries here, they just go overboard in Thailand. They just eat this shit up. It's just, and it's cheap as chips. I have to run a few more Ks on the treadmill tomorrow. But you know what? It's worth it. This damn thing tastes beautiful. Anyway, it's too sweet though. So I'm going to talk about mining. And here I am, I'm talking about Genesis mining. Hey, you know, reach 100,000 payout, whoop-de-doo. Genesis mining is the best cloud mining in my opinion, but it's still a shit deal. So what am I saying? You know, what am I saying? I'm saying, yeah, I've been paid out thousands of dollars, but I'm still telling you it's a shit deal. Why? I'll explain. Because people get this misconception that cloud mining is great. Cloud mining is shit. All right, I want to tell you. Yeah, I made 100 grand plus from cloud mining, and I didn't do much. If you're looking at doing nothing and have passive income compared to your job, of course it's going to look attractive. But compared to what you're paying out to what you're getting back, it's a shit deal. But it's still the best deal, in my opinion, for cloud mining. So my comments are, yes, it's the best deal for cloud mining. But overall, in mining, it's shit. Cloud mining shit, guys. I'm going to explain why these companies are making squillions of dollars off your back. And that's fine, you're getting your cut. Totally get it. I mean, they are targeting the job market. People that are too focused on their shitty job, they think it's important, so they go and buy cloud mining services. How stupid is that? It makes total stupid sense to me. You know what I mean? And I want to like, why would you do something that is unproductive, right? Which is have a job, than not have a job and focus 100% on something that's going to make you more money. To me, it's ludicrous behavior, but I understand. You got to pay the bills, right? You got to pay the bills that you enslaved yourself into, that you put yourself into, because you know you wanted a car, you wanted a house, you wanted a family, you wanted all this stuff, right? Because Mr. and Mrs. Jones down the road was driving the new BMW, so you wanted a BMW too to look good. Oh, we had to get a house too, you know, 30 years later you're going to pay it off because, you know, you want to keep up with the Joneses and you want to stay good in the social hierarchy, so you go and get a house. Hey, look at me, I got a house, blah, blah, blah. More constraints, right, to keep you chained down to reach, so you don't reach your potential. These are already things that you've already put on yourself. You understand? Right? Instead of living like a poor person, right, saving and putting your money to use, right, making you more money, and those people can look at you, but, you know, it's a pride thing, it's an ego thing. I totally get it, right? You want to provide for your family. I totally get it. So you put these incumbents on yourself. So then, you know, you can be the social profile slash, you know, average or above average, what you're supposed to be when you grow up and be a big little boy and girl. Totally get it, right? But, you know, if you would have lived like a poor person and saved all that money, and like Warren Buffett says, put that money to working for you, you wouldn't be buying cloud mining products because, you know, you'd be doing bigger things. But anyway, people will probably, you know, give me flack for what I just said. I'm just basically telling you the truth. You know what I mean? The reason why you're still at a job is because you've got all these commitments that you've already made, and now you realize that you're overstretched or you're living beyond your means, and now through pain, not pleasure, you have to get more money. So Genesis Mining have come up with this massive, huge, to the people that are in the job, that are still working a job, that need to get that extra 500 or 1,000 bucks an extra a month or a week, that will change their life. Well, not really. All it would do would just make them a bigger slave, because then they would just spend more things that got them enslaved in the first place. Am I right? Am I right? Right? They would just go and buy a bigger car. You see it all on Facebook. right? Oh yeah, look at me, I just bought a flash BMW or a Lamborghini. Yeah, I totally get it, right? You want to look cool, you know, totally get it. But when you have money, it just amplifies what you already are. And if you want to get bigger houses, and you want to get bigger cars, and you want to max yourself out, and you want to keep on raising the bar on money that you don't have, you're an idiot. Okay, you're an idiot, because you're not getting ahead. You're not learning, right? You got to put your money to work for you, right? And again, this is the whole topic of my Facebook. It is called I.MO.N.F.A. Right? It's in my opinion, not financial advice. All right. So what have I just told you is just my opinion, not financial advice. But you know that the more shit that you accumulate that you don't need is just going to keep you enslaved in your job. You know that, right? You know that. I'm not disrespecting that you have a job and you got all these things. What I'm saying is get more money and put the money work for you. Right? So Genesis Mining and many of these cloud mining companies come up with this U-Butte business in a box tub, mate. They made it so shiny, and you know, you buy into it. Yeah, I bought into it 2 years ago. It's a great product because you just buy into it and you do nothing, all right, and you get paid every day. I mean, that's the holy grail, right? Am I right? And it's not. It doesn't rely on new people coming in to pay the old investors, or does it? Or does it? Because as we know, we don't really have the insides, the guts of what Genesis Mining are telling me. We just got to believe them, right? So even though Genesis Mining is a fantastic company, I think they're the best cloud mining company. I'm not going to get on to these lives and tell you, hey, you know, this is the best thing since sliced bread. It's a good, solid company, but they're not as transparent as they should be. That's what I'm saying, right? We can't see where they're earning their Bitcoin. Can we see this on the blockchain? Can we see how much terahash they put out, how much petahash? Can we see how much Bitcoin they're making or mining? Can we see their farms? We can't see their farms. They don't disclose this stuff, right? They don't disclose this stuff. So do we really know whether are they just doing arbitrage? Are they just buying? You know, did you know that you can buy hash power from other people? Did you know that? Did you know there's websites out there that you can buy hash power? So what do I mean by hash power? Meaning, what people will do is they'll have their machines, like Nice Hash. They'll have the machines and they'll mine whatever XYZ, and you can buy that hash power off them at a certain price, and then you can on-sell it to other people. This is what companies are doing. And I think Hashflare is one of them. But, you know, again, this is just my opinion, not financial advice. So I think Hashflare, it's been around for a long time, but I think they're a shit deal. Even shit than Genesis. Even worse than Genesis. Because now they know they're basically out there to screw people. They really are. They're not in there to, you know, help the community. Well, they used to be until they cut their 1 year to 1 year contracts. So let's move on. And I'll tell you why I think Genesis is probably not that good, considering it's a business in a box. You buy hash power, you make money, but if you look at the whole return on investments, it's pretty shit compared to mining. So again, you're buying wholesale. Actually, no, you're buying public. You're like, this is like ICO, right? You go like this, similar to an ICO in the sense of you're buying power. So when you buy an ICO, you can buy at the private sale. This is your first time investors, people with big money. They go to a public sale, and they go to a private sale. They get a bunch of private sale investors. If it doesn't sell out, then they go to pre-sale. Then they have to run KYC and AML and a few other things, right? If they go public. And then they go, and after the pre-sale, then they go to the public. So if you're buying from Genesis Mining, you're buying from the public, right? You're buying from the public price. So with ICOs, in respect to ICOs, you know, obviously your private investors are going to get the best deal. Then your pre-sale people are going to get the next best deal, and then your public sale people are going to get like the ICO price, or the worst deal in the ICO itself. So this is what you're doing when you're buying with Genesis Mining or Hashflare. What you're doing is you're buying the worst price. All right, this is if I could frame it, because you're buying at the public price. You're buying at the inflated price, because think about this: they have wholesale customers, right? If you got $2 million, $3 million, you can go to Genesis Mining. You can buy like a container or their package. This is for corporate clients. So if they're selling it, ask yourself this: if they're selling it to corporate clients and they're still making money, by the time you get to the public clients, like as in, you know, you have a Genesis account or you have a SGG account and you log in and you're buying at the public price, they're still making twice as much money, or maybe. So you're getting the shit deal. You're getting the shit deal, right? So if you buy your own machine and you have the systems and set up and you have a good electricity source that is cheap, already off the bat, it's like buying ICOs. You buy, you make your profit when you buy. Alright? That's when you make your profit, not when you sell, when you buy. Alright? Most people don't understand this. I made a webinar on this 6 months ago. Alright? So when you're buying your hash power so cheap, that's when you're making your money. And this is what's happening with Genesis. When you're buying your own machine, which you could get your own machine, you're going to make the most money, period. Alright? Provided that you have the source, provided. Now, Genesis say, oh, you know, but there's imports, there's import taxes, there's VAT, there's maintenance, there's setup, there's, you know, inexperience, there's downtime, there's all these things, right? Yeah, they experience the same things too. So in this is a table that I've created, and this does not take care of the difficulty, but I'll show you the difficulty in a minute, because it's really impossible to calculate how much you're going to earn, because everything fluctuates every day. It's literally impossible to come with an accurate number. So what Genesis Mining do, I think I'm just speculating here, is what they do is they make so much per day, and they might only give us like a 70% or 80% of that. So when there's downtime or there's fluctuations or whatever, they can still pay us and tell us, hey, you know, the system wasn't down, we're still going to pay you. Because notice that Genesis does pay every day. You know what I mean? But, you know, there'll be downtimes. So what they're doing is they're actually probably paying us only 80% of what we're supposed to get. And then the rest of the 20% will be up for the downtime. So then it all works out that we're getting paid every day instead of getting paid all of it every day and then missing 10 days or 15 or 20 or 30 days in a year. That's what I mean, right? They just give you the 80% or whatever, and then they just flatline it. So then they've got money in the kitty when the machines are down. They'll still keep paying us. So it looks like, or people look, hey, we're getting paid every day, right? There's always downtime. So that's what they do. A couple of the tricks they do, but look, to be honest, in my opinion, they're not as, they could be more transparent, but they're not as transparent as they should be. Right? That's just my opinion. Okay. So if you look at Hashflare will charge you $180 per terahash. Now, if you go and buy an S9 from Bitmain, all right, this is it here. There's 13, 13.5, 14. The new machines are 14, but let's just say 13.5 terahash. All right. This is a S9. This is a Bitcoin miner. Now, if you buy it from Hashflare, it's going to cost you $180 per terahash. If you buy it from Genesis, I think from the last time, quote me if I'm wrong, it was about $197.95 from the last batch, and that was pre-sale. Now, they don't do Bitcoin anymore because they've run out of, but this is basically what the Bitcoin contract was when they raised it. It used to be 150 now, and then it went to 179.95, and it was only pre-sale. Now, if you buy your own machines, and what I've done is I've included some tax and some import shipping, so it's about 220. Your machines are going to cost you $162. So off the bat, you're already getting more money per terahash straight away. So the cost of the machine for Hashflare is going to cost you $2,430. That's what you're paying because what they do is they buy the machine and then they divvy up the terahash. So all already off the bat, they're already making money on the machine. So you're going to pay $2,430 for Genesis. You're going to pay $2,672.32, and for your own machine, with VAT and everything, $2,200. All right. So off the bat, you're already paying more for Genesis. I've just kept the kilowatts all the same. The nets per day, 947. Again, this fluctuates, but it's about this. It's between $9 and $10 per day currently. This is the maintenance fee. All right, this here is a maintenance fee. What Genesis and Hashflare charge, 0.000 per gigahash, and this the maintenance cost. If you multiply that by that, you get if you multiply 0.00028 by 13,500 to get 13.2 terahash, it's about $4.70 there, right? So then you take that away. Now this graph does not, well, this table does not include the difficulty. So I'll go to the another calculator to factor in the difficulty, because this is a little bit out because of the difficulty and then the price of Bitcoin. You know, you can't really figure it out. But what I've tried to do is put it in some sort of form where you can just see the numbers as they lay, and you'll see that just owning your machine is still way more profitable, right? In your first year, you're going to be negative 600, and I mean, Hashflare only goes to 1 year. So if you buy a Hashflare contract, you're an idiot. Don't do it. All right. Hashflare is the most shit deal on the planet, because they know that you're not going to be in profit. We'll go to this calculator now, and it shows some profit, but it's a total waste of time. They used to be 2-year contracts. Now they're 1-year contracts. This is ludicrous. Do not buy this. This is garbage. This is cloud mining at its worst. They used to be a good company, but they just got too greedy. So what they're going to do is they're going to basically you're going to make a little bit of money in the first year, and it's only a 1-year contract. So then they'll take your money and then, you know, they run the machine for another year and still make another year's profit using your money that you invested. So Hashflare is out of the question. Out of the question. Totally a shite deal. Genesis mining, I mean, these are just my numbers. So let's just go to the Bitcoin calculator here. Let's get some numbers based on the cost of your terahash. All right. So this one here for Hashflare, this one's a little bit different. 1% pool for 5% or 5 cents power cost, and the kilowatt per power is here, which is this 1300, right? So, you know, roughly you're going to break even in 215. Hang on, let me calculate that. 215 days. You're gonna break even. So you've probably got about 150 days with Hashflare, right? Which is it's not a good deal. I mean, you're gonna make very little. You're gonna make very little. You're probably only gonna make, yeah, you're not gonna make much at all. All right, monthly 288. You're not gonna make much at all on your contract. All right, now let's go to Genesis. Copy that, and I've just kept it all the same. Okay, we'll just keep it all the same to make sure that everyone sort of gets an idea of it. All the pool, the power, everything's the same. So with Genesis, you hang on a sec. That's not right. 200 and oh yeah, it is right, because the cost of the hardware is more. So in Genesis, you're gonna break even in about 36 days. All right, but Genesis hasn't had the contracts available for Bitcoin SHA-256. So I mean, if there's anyone out there that knows, maybe post a comment. I think it's 2 years. I think they've changed it to 2 years. Does anyone know? Because I mean, I haven't bought a contract in ages. Hey, Keithy. Hey, Peng. Brad. Hey, Ryan. David. Richard. Shiva. Yeah, I think I could be wrong, but I mean, I think it's a 2-year contract now, maybe, for SHA-256 if they come back. I don't know. I haven't looked at. I was going to buy some mining power out of SGG, but I just think there's better options out there. As in, you know, now there is a better option out there. I've actually found another better option, but I haven't. I've got to test it. You know what I mean? I've got to test it. So yeah, I mean, let's go back to this. So does anyone know if there's bit mining contracts are BitClub is up with Hashflare. I think all Hashflare do is just buy hash power and do deals, and I don't even know if they do deals with Bitfury. You know, they're all doing deals, but they're not that transparent. Hashing 24, yeah, I know. I've got a Hashing 24 account as well. It's still earning me very little, but it's still ticking over. So I'm not sure whether this Bitcoin mining contract is open-ended or whether it's 2-year. I'm not sure. I think it might be 2-year, but then again, I could be wrong. But anyway, let's go back to it. So you're going to break even at 236 days, and then if it's a 2-year contract with the Bitcoin mining with Genesis, then it's, you know, obviously in the 2nd year you're going to make the bulk of your money. But again, I can't confirm this. I don't know whether it's a 2-year or whether it's open-ended. Now, my initial Bitcoin mining contracts when I initially bought them were open-ended. So they just keep on going until they're not profitable. So, and then you got your own machines here at 220, which is obviously the best solution. And you break even at 195 days. All right. So even if you add them all up, even if you add up Hashflare, Genesis, and your own machine, right? The hardest option to do is your own machines, but it's the most profitable, right? Because it's the hardest option. Everything in life is hard for a reason. If it was easy, everyone would be doing it. Everyone would be driving around in Ferraris and Lambos, but they're not. Okay. Because people are lazy. They want the easiest option. That's how life works, guys. You know what I mean? So I usually look, when I do stuff, I usually look for things that are going to be the hardest to do or has the most hoops. Because I know that if I do that, less people are going to do it. And if I can get amongst, you know, the top earners, the top people that are doing it, I'll be a cut above everyone else and I'll make more money. So that's a tip for you. Don't look for the easy option. Always look for the hard option, and you're going to make more money, period. 28 cents per 2 terahash, still open-ended. Okay, so it's still open-ended. It's 28 cents per 2 terahash contract. Okay. 0.2 terahash. Okay, I'm assuming that's your payout. I really haven't looked at my Genesis mining account. I know it's gone down a bit because of the payout, but I really I don't even bother looking at it. I just open up my Access account and I hear this cha-ching, cha-ching, and the money's there, right? So that's one good thing about yeah, that's right, exactly, Keithy. 98% of the people look for a company to do it for them. Exactly right. And if you go back to exactly what I said here, all right, this is my point. Most people will do that. All right, they will do that. They will look for the easy option, guys. Right? Exactly what I said and exactly what Keithy just said, most people, 98% of people will look for the option that is easiest for them, right? And I just told you, and Keithy just said that if you do the hardest thing, you'll automatically become. You'll already be set yourself ahead of the sheep, ahead of the flock. You'll always be above in the respect of above, in respect of money. Because if you always choose the hardest option to do, then you're you could fail at it, but you're going to learn. You're going to stretch yourself, right? You're going to stretch yourself, and then when you do the hardest thing every time, you already set yourself above the 98% of people, like Keithy said, that are going to always look for the easy option. So you're automatically going to make more money than them, automatically, because it's a mindset thing, right? So I'm going to do the hardest thing, right? I don't want to be average. I don't want to do what 98% of people do. The 98% of the people will do what they do, and they'll make 98% of the average of people what they want to do, right? That's just what it is. It is what it is. People that take the easy road, they become an average income earner. Okay, it might be a good income. It might be above job, working at your day job, but you're still, like, you haven't done anything. Right, you were average at your job. Now you've come online, and now you become average online. You have not changed one bit. That's not the whole point of the journey. All right, this is what people do. They're average at their job. They finally figure out through pain, hey, I'm screwed. I need some more money, so that I can go and spend more money on things that look flash and a bigger house and a bigger car and put myself into more debt. So what do? They come online, and what do? They do exactly what they do in their life, become average, right? And they do that. They look for the easiest thing, just as they did in the easiest thing in their offline job. Am I right, or am I right? So there's this pattern that is going around. The people don't even realize this. They just do this subliminally. They do this without thinking, and they don't even realize it. That they were average doing in their job, and now they've become online. And guess what they're going to do? They're going to become average. What have you learnt? What have you learnt? Nothing. You've learned nothing. You've learnt how to be really, really good at being average. What's the point? What's the point in it? So then you can go and make average money and go back to your average job. That's not the point. The whole point of this journey is to get out of your comfort zone, stretch so then it's doing things that are hard in your life, which are going to question you. It's going to question everything that you do in your life, but it's going to grow. You're going to grow, and you're going to come back bigger and stronger. And guess what? You're going to make more money, right? You're going to make more money. So what I do is I try to do the things that are most difficult, because I'm challenging myself every day. I look for the things that are difficult. And if you do that, stop looking for the easy road and start looking for the hard road, right? If you do that, your life is going to change, right? So now I'm thinking, I've got a whole bunch of people out there that are, you know, want 98% of things done for them. So what do I do? What do I do? Does anyone know what I'm going to do or what I might do? I haven't decided if I'm going to do it yet. This is something extra that I'm going to do for myself that's going to give me way more money on top of the ICOs that I'm going to do, that I'm already doing. But at this point in time, I'm going to do it for myself. And maybe I'm going to do it for some other people. It just depends. I mean, if there's room, then I might do it. But if what I've got to do for myself is going to be hard, because there's a lot of shit involved in doing it, you know. So, you know, I mean, I'm just thinking about myself. I'm sorry, but you know, I've done a lot of things for people, and I'm just, you know, I'm at that point where I just really don't give a shit anymore, guys. Honestly, I just really don't give a shit anymore. You know, I just want to live my life. You know, I don't need more things. But you know, so this is the thing, guys. This is the thing. If you do things that are hard in your life, right, then you're going to get the biggest reward. Right? That's just how it works. Right? That's why you see these athletes, these high, you know, people that get paid millions and millions of dollars to play a sport at a high level. Right? Because they're the best of the best. That's why they get paid the big bucks. But they, you know, it's taken them all their life to get to that level. Because, you know, it's hard. It's very, very hard. Unless if it was easy, everyone would be doing it, right? That's just how it is. If it was easy to become a professional basketball player, professional soccer player, or professional tennis player, if you only had to train once in the gym to do it, then everyone would be professionals. But it's hard, right? It probably takes 20 years of dedication, working, you know, working out 6 hours a day. 6 hours a day for 6 days a week to become a professional tennis player, to be like Federer, to learn his craft, to be the best of the best. All right, so that's my point. If you do the easiest things, you get average income, or you get below average income, or you get some income, right? But you're still going to be average. You're still going to be average in your job, and you come online and you're still going to be average. That's what's going to happen, because you still have the same mindset. You're carrying the same mindset. People don't want to do things that are uncomfortable. They don't want to do it because it rubs them the wrong way, you know? They don't want to grow. So the next thing I'm thinking about doing is I'm thinking about doing my own mining farm, right? Not secondhand bullshit. This is like my own mining farm, right? And this is something that I'm going to do for myself. So I'm going to have mining, I'm going to have ICOs, and that's it. That's pretty much it. Mining will be like one part of the business. ICO is what I'm doing now, anyway. But the thing is, with mining, it is some quite difficult to do it. It is quite difficult to do it. I mean, you know, I'm gonna need at least a couple of $1 million even before I even go at it. You know what I mean? So that's the dilemma that I currently have. Otherwise, I wouldn't do it. So I'm just seeing my options at the moment. But definitely, if you want the best option, in my opinion, it's not financial advice, is buying your own machines and setting up your own farm, buying your own machines and running the machines yourself, right? Because you're going to get it without any dilution. Because all these companies like Hashflare and Genesis, all they're doing is they're making the money, right? And they're giving you a small cut. That's all they're doing. Compared to, you know, whatever hash power you purchased, they already sold you the hash power at an inflated price. Obviously, they're there to make money, and then they're going to pay you the hash. They're going to pay you that hash power to what you bought it for. So they're setting the price. They've already set the price, and you're buying into something that is already pre-framed to make them money. It's going to make you money as well. And I'm not saying Genesis mining is bad. You know, hey, I made over 100 grand just in BTC. I'm not bagging them. I'm just saying there's better options out there. That's what I'm saying. There's way better options out there. To make more money with the same amount of money, get the faster return, make more profit, blah 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 blah. All right. So that's a fact. I know that's a fact. All right. But you know, for people that don't have much time, busy in their jobs, which are things that they've put them on themselves, which I've already just told you about, but they've dug this hole for themselves, and now they're trying to dig a hole out by digging another hole. It's ludicrous. But anyway, if you were sitting in my situation, you'd you would look at how stupid your situation is, but then again, I shouldn't say that, because if you're in my situation, you're looking at that situation, you go, man, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, you're wasting your time. But then again, you're not in my situation, so it is hard. And I need to be apologetic, and I need to be sympathetic to your situation, which I find it very hard to be apologetic and sympathetic to your situation, because I was once in your situation and I got the F out of that situation because I didn't want to be in that situation. Now I'm in this situation, right? So that's why I don't have, it's kind of hard for me to sympathize for you in that situation, because I know that I got out of that situation, and I know you can get out of that situation too. That's why I find it hard. Now, if I was in this situation and I was never in your situation, then I'll be just, who am I to speak? You know what I mean? Who am I to speak to tell you about your situation when I was never in it? But I was in your situation. I was eating baked beans, and I was so broke as a joke that I used to eat baked beans on toast because I couldn't even have enough money till the next payday. And that's what I had to eat over the weekend so I could get to my next payday. So I know all about your situation because I used to be in your situation. Now I'm getting out of into my situation. So that's why I find it very, very difficult to sympathize in your situation, because I know you can get out of it, right? I know you can do it, but most people don't, because they want to be average, right? So I don't really have much sympathy for you. If you want to be average, I really don't have much sympathy for you. I'm sorry, but I don't, because all you're doing is you're limiting yourself to your beliefs, and you don't want to grow, and you don't want to basically get out of that. Every opportunity is out there. You know, once when I was broke as a joke, I was buying all this affiliate stuff, right? And I came across this ClickBank product, and there was this guy, and he was a multi-millionaire, and he had made a lot of money from info products, right? And this is what he said. This is what he said in the interview that he had. It was a video that they put out, and I watched this video, and it said, what he said was, the world is your oyster. It's just up to you to go out and take what's yours. The world is your oyster. It's just up to you to go out and take what's, sorry, he said, these are the exact words. The world is your oyster. It's up to you to go out and take what's rightfully yours. And that's the word that just resonated me. Rightfully yours. Because it is rightfully yours, right? It's rightfully yours for you to go and get it. But most people are, quote, average, so they don't want to go and get it. They like their cushy little day job and their shitty wage and working, looking like, you know, driving their Ford, average Mondeo piece of shit, going down the road at, you know, on their $30,000 wage, living in a 2-bedroom shitbox in a pretty average suburb. I mean, look, I totally get it, okay? I totally get it. People like that type of life. You know, they're so consumed. You probably think I'm bashing people. I'm average. I'm not bashing people. What I'm saying is, get your ass out of there. That's what I'm saying, right? You know, this is how the whole system is designed to enslave you, right? You're so caught up in how you're going to pay the rent next week because, you know, you got your smokes and you got your beer and you're drinking that, right? You don't have enough money till the next week. You're so caught up on how you're going to make money to survive the next week that you don't even realize that you're caught up in this cycle that is supposed to enslave you. That's what it's designed to do. It's supposed to enslave you. So as you can tell, I'm quite passionate about, you know, getting out of this rat race, getting out of being enslaved, getting out of having money, where you have money and you can do what you want in your life, getting out of your job. As you can tell, I'm very passionate about it, and I used to be there and now I'm here. And I'm going to tell you this, it's not hard to do it. It's just requires a bit of focus, and it requires you to get out of your comfort zone and stretch. That's all it is. Get out of your comfort zone and stretch. And if you can do that, then at some point in time you'll get to a point where you don't have to worry about a shitty job. Okay? But I understand you need that to live your life. You know, I had a conversation with a guy the other day, and I said to him, yeah, you're going to realize that once you get to a point where you're making so much money, you look back on it and you laugh. You're going to realize that the only person that's stopping yourself is you. And that's true. When you look back on it, you go, what the fuck was I doing working a day job? Now I'm making 10, 20 times the amount with little to no work. I mean, it still takes work to get there, obviously. But you did the hard yards, right? You did what average people didn't want to do. You're going to look back on it and go, you're an idiot, right? That's what you'll say to yourself. I was an idiot. I wasted so much time. So anyway, that's inside of my mind, right? I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, everything's out there for you to get. Go out there and take what's rightfully yours. Stop being a pussy. Stop, you know, complaining. Stop trying to be average. Just go out there and get what's rightfully yours, right? That's all I'm saying. And then you look back on it and you go, what a shitty life I used to have to what I have now. You know what I mean? That's what I want you to think in your mind. So with that said, I was going to tell you about this. Maybe, yeah, I'll still tell you about it. Okay. So what I got to do is I got to. So what this is digital bitbox. All right. I'll just quickly go over this. Digital bitbox. Now what this is it's a it's like a Trezor, like a ledger, but what it does is it holds ERC20 tokens. So this is your ICOs. All right. It holds this stuff here. And what it does is it's got a secret. You can put a secret password into this, and it's got multiple accounts. So if someone's trying to steal it, and they say, give me your password, and you give them your password, and then it'll unlock a different account which has little to no balance, and then it'll look like there's nothing on this. In fact, there's actually nothing on this. But let me explain. So what digital bitbox is, it's like without using your you can use Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? So when you plug it into My.MO.N.F.A wallet, oops, let me just plug this in. What you do is you just go and you log in as normal, right? And what this does is this allows you to peer into your account through digital bitbox, but you don't expose your private keys. So now that's the way you do it. You do it through digital bitbox to access your wallet. Let me just have a look here. Oh, I'm not really good at these browsers, guys. So if you connect there, you just connect that way. Okay, unlock your wallet. As you can see, I got nothing in there at the moment. Unlock wallet. So that's basically it. You just that's my My.MO.N.F.A wallet through digital bitbox. And then you got all your ERC20 tokens for your ICOs. So it basically, this is like a window into your My.MO.N.F.A wallet. So you can store all your ERC20 tokens, and then you use this digital bitbox thing to access them. So you don't actually have anything to do with let me just take that out. None of your private keys are exposed. All right. Now, if they steal this, there's still a way to back it up, because what happens is in the side of this thing here, there's a what do you call it? Oh shit, what did I do wrong there? Oops. Digital bitbox, there we go. Okay, anyway, so yeah, that's basically it. I can't actually I closed the window, so I don't know how to get it back up. I screwed that part up. Anyway, so that's it. This is like $50 or $70, and if you're into ICOs, you can use this to store your ICOs, and then you don't have to worry about your private keys, right? So this is why I bought this for ICOs. Check it out. It's just like a Trezor. You can hold your Bitcoin on it as well. And Ledger, similar to Ledger as well, but you know, it supports ERC20 tokens. Okay, so use that. Take a what I said with a grain of salt, right? With mining, all right, the best option still out there is your own mining machines, obviously, because you're mining it yourself. If you're going to use Hashflare, or I recommend you don't use Hashflare. If you use Genesis, I'll probably say they're the best cloud mining company out there. But again, even Genesis are they're not giving you all the profits. Obviously, they're selling you inflated prices, and then they're paying you on that inflated price that you bought the hash power at in the first place. Now, you can make good money with it if you buy enough hash power, like I have. You know, it'll take you some time, but you know, I'm already over 100 grand in Genesis. But compared to if I was mining my own machines, it's still what if I would have known what I knew. If I would have put money into Genesis, if I didn't do that and I put money in my own machines instead of putting into Genesis, I would have way more money, right? And you might look at it and go, oh well, there's 100 grand there. You just made 100 grand with Bitcoin. Yeah, I did, but I would have made way more if I had my own machines. That's what I'm saying. There's better options out there, right? So just take it all with a grain of salt. Now, in respect to your day job and all this sort of stuff, right? What I was saying was, like, you know, understand you want to get out of your day job. That's the whole point of it. That's the whole point. You get out of day job to do passive income things, so then you don't have to work, right? But I want to say this. Problem with doing that is don't take the same mindset from your day job into this. That's what I see people doing. They're taking their day job mindset that they're working 8 hours a day from their job, and now they come in and they're trying to, and they still have the same thinking with this. It's not the same thinking, right? You're an entrepreneur. Think like an entrepreneur. Stop taking the easy way out. That's why you're still at your job. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, don't join programs. All right, I don't care what people say. I've been around longer than anyone in this space, right? Almost anyone, and I'm telling you, don't do programs. Okay? So people didn't listen to me when I told them about BitConnect. People didn't listen to me when I told them about USI Tech. They thought they knew better. All right? That's fine. Look what happened. You know what I mean? So I don't recommend any programs. I don't care who runs them. In my opinion, they're not taking my money. All right? That's just my opinion, not financial advice. I'm sure they're good people. We've seen a lot of programs come and go in the past. Everyone starts out with good intentions. Totally get it, right? But they're just not getting my money. Okay? They can take someone else's money with less experience and figure it out themselves, but they're not going to take my money. All right? So if I'm going to do it myself, I will create the vehicle. All right? And it'll only be for myself. You know, So that's just what it is. I just basically at the point now where I don't have to worry about doing anything. I still got my core group of ICO people in ICO Go Rush. Continue to do ICOs. You know, we're going to do really big this year with ICOs. Continue to do that. But I don't really, you know, the other things that I'm going to do, I don't really need to. Initially, it'll probably take some effort to set up, but I don't really need to do anything else. You know what I mean? My goal this year is 5 million. So I mean, how much money do you need? You know what I mean? For me, it's all about making money so they can do what you want in your life. I don't want to be a big celebrity. I don't want to be, you know, someone that gets up on stage and talks about stuff. Let someone else do that shit. You know, for me, I don't want to do that. I want to get on with my life. I want to get money so that I can do more things and help more people in life, and you know, build things and help people. That's what I want to do. You know what I mean? So with that said, thanks for tuning in. Hope you got some. Hope you found some value. Hope you didn't get offended from what I say, because you know, might sound offensive, but I you know me, right? I just shoot from the hip, and I really want you to get out of this situation that you're in, because I know I've been there. I was once in that situation. I got myself out of that situation, so I know you can do it too. But stop taking the easier road, right? Stop trying to avoid the inevitability. If you stretch yourself, you're gonna find that things are gonna come to you, into your life, everything that you ever want is gonna come into your life. But you gotta stretch. You gotta stretch. You gotta jump. If you don't stretch, if you don't jump, nothing's gonna happen. You're gonna be living an average reel for the rest of your life, right? I don't want that for you to happen, because everything out there is rightfully yours for the taking. Everything out there is rightfully yours for the taking. When that dude told me that, it just gives me goosebumps. It just sends chills down my spine. And I just bought all his shit. I just like, dude, what do you got? Give it to me. Out with a credit card, has bought all of it, right? Because of what he said. And it was so true, right? It's so true. So if you don't reach your goal, it's because you just haven't stretched. Whose fault is that? That's your fault, right? That's on you. So the aim of the game is to stretch, get out of your comfort zone, right? And if you don't reach that, there's only one person you got to blame, and that's you. Not some program, some admin that didn't pay you. You. Right? And when you can look yourself in the mirror and say, hey, you know what? My success was up to me. I screwed up, but then what? I'm going to unscrew it, and I'm going to get to where I got to be. Right? It's going to empower you. It's going to move you forward in your life. So with that said, thanks for watching. Have a fantastic day.